Alright, welcome to another YouTube tutorial video. In today's video we're going to be going over a TvP build. It's a TvP build that I've really been enjoying so much lately. I've had so much success with it, probably more success than I think I've had with any other TvP build. And I think this build is a great standard build if you're looking for something to take on to ladder and to just grind out and really learn well. Obviously at this stage of the game there's not a lot going on. Just try and work or split the best you can and mine those minerals and mine the most effective mineral patches as possible. So this is racks then gas. If you notice, I kind of like to hotkey an SCV that's in the main mineral line. That can go chase a pesky probe that comes around to harass your worker building the barracks. And I also like to SCV scout around 18. First, it's just kind of personal preference. You know, it really is up to you. Uthermal has said 18, I think, in several of his videos, so that's what I do. Although you can do 19. And if you notice, I kind of just rallied it to the natural. That's because if I send it into the main, the AI often makes a zealot, and it'll kill the SCV sometimes if you're not careful. So I just rally it to the natural, but you should get a full scout in the main. So we're going Reaper FE right now. Next step is to build a depot. This SCV that builds a depot is also going to build a bunker. That's because Cyber First is really meta right now. And you really do want a depot. Or sorry, you really do want a bunker versus the Cyber First options that the Protoss has. If they don't go Cyber First, feel free to delay the bunker. So notice how I kind of rallied the SCV to a location that would allow you to protect your add-ons. You want to do this because if you say put it maybe right behind the barracks, those add-ons can get sniped by blink stalkers, which you really don't want to have happen. So just putting it in a safe location helps prevent that. Something that I've had some people, talk about before is like, how do you know when to get your second gas after you get a bunker? The thing I found is just get the reactor and bunker and make sure you have enough constant SCV production. Then once you've done all those things, you can afford the refinery. Start up a Hellion, not a Widow Mine, and get your starport and 2 Marines. The Hellion provides you some great scouting options. It's not really used defensively. I mean, I guess although it technically could be used if you're struggling to get a gateway unit out of your natural. But anyways, it's really just used for scouting. And there's a couple of options. You can pair it with the Reaper and have it dive into the main. Or you can send the Reaper and Hellion to the most natural third base locations. If you notice though, here I got second barracks right around 330. Normally you would start your third depot at that time, but we're changing the order now. Get the barracks first, then the depot. Very important. Swap the factory and starport, start up a Raven, and get another tech lab. Keep that Marine and SCV production constant. Start up another barracks. But yeah, if there's one thing to remember about this build, it's that order of getting second barracks, then third depot, not the other way around. .420 is a magic number for us in TvP. It's when we want to get our engineering bay. So around 420, get that engine bay, as well as our third gas. Start up a Marauder and Stim. The reason we go for this kind of faster Marauder is it just kind of helps you be safe. Again, this is a really safe build, but also getting that fast Stim helps set you up for a beautiful early timing. As soon as you can, get that +1 attack. You should notice that as your second barracks lands, you should be starting both Marauders right around the same time. Doesn't have to be exact, but so you already have one. Now you're working Marauder 2 and 3, then get Combat Shield. Right around the time you have your 3 barracks going, you want to start doing double depot production. Right about now, you'll also notice that I have 46 SCVs. That's the perfect number. You cut SCVs there, you don't make any more for a while. Not until you made your 4th and 5th racks. Kind of around 540, 545, start up double medevac production, and then get 2 more mines. If you time it right, you should be leaving right around 6 minutes. You notice that your medevacs haven't popped yet. That's fine. The medevacs can boost across the map and catch up with the bio, so it's really not a big deal. Pick up the next 2 mines and go for your timing. Go ahead and set up your 3rd base finally. Keep depot production constant. You really don't want to get supply blocked during this time. What comes next is another double drop that'll go maybe to the main or to the natural. Kind of just depends on the map layout. And you'll kind of go into some drop pressure. As soon as your +1 finishes, feel free to stim to win. Obviously, there'll be situations where you shouldn't attack Protoss. For example, maybe with multiple Colossus and shield batteries, you just don't want to try and fight that head-on with this army. Find other ways to attack them and pressure them, maybe through drop play. You'll notice that I picked up the units as soon as the medevacs popped and sent them across the map. Set up your +1 armor right away. I like to queue it, so that way as soon as +1 finishes, I get that +1 armor and I don't forget about it. Because I'm too busy microing or something. But yeah, if you notice, I mean, we're just now hitting the main, but when we got to the 3rd, it was about 6:45, and that's when our upgrades finished. So you have a really fast timing. Leave at 6 minutes and be there by 6:45. Tips for getting the 4th and 5th racks, just like finding the timing for it at least. Just pay attention to how many minerals you have, or when you get close to 300 minerals, go ahead and start that 4th and 5th racks. That's going to be before 7 minutes though, with this build, that you can get them. Probably close to 6:45, 6:50. Anyways, right about now, you'd want to start up your armory and another engineering bay and get a really timely 2-2. If you want like the really standard way to play after this, you could go up to a maxed out bio army with 6 to 8 Vikings and about maybe, I don't know, 5 ghosts with enhanced shockwaves, and go for a 2-2 timing. Or you could just do whatever style you notice pro players are doing. In the future, you know, metas change. Just pay attention to what pros do, especially you guys like innovation. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and I'll see you next time.